Okay. You can talk us through if you want to.
Like freak sometimes. And then I'm embarrassed because I'm wearing a mask, so I always think that I'm being judged, but it shouldn't really bother me.
Well, we can work on judging too if you want, like judgment energy. I think that's something that we could probably do.
I think this might help.
Don't think this is really relevant
Everything's down
because we don't really talk about the
picking on all the other things.
Yeah. Right.
But
start with this.
Yeah.
I'm interrupting myself.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you telling yourself to shut up? Where would you like me to go in terms of time on this?
You know what? I don't remember if we talked about anything besides personal here. So I don't think this is relevant.
What did you both pick up from the language of the few words we've heard so far?
I don't know.
If you did know.
If I did know. Well, we're talking about moving forward with therapy and the judgment and stuff. So I was already proud because I wanted her to continue to do this. This is one of my very best friends, and she's been really sick, and she's even been avoiding me. So on Monday, I was able to get a tiny little conversation out of her. And the thing with Tia is, as soon as I get in there and start breaking the walls, she can't say no to me. So and she just gets better and better, right? She suffers like manic. So Monday we worked a little bit, and I was able to pull her out a bit. And then yesterday it was really, really good. So I scheduled another one for Friday, and I'm going to do a full you're asleep, all the thing. So I'll try to record that one for you.
You know, this idea that this isn't relevant, you're saying it's not relevant, and it may not be relevant, though everything that the client says, and even though they're a friend, when they're sitting in your chair, they're sitting in a therapy chair, can do it like a gestalt. When you're in the chair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm very good at that.
So she's in the chair, and she's already said shouldn't, which I'm going into. But I've only heard a few words, haven't I? But this is to help you.
Yeah.
Everything they say is relevant.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Listen to how she phrases it.
Wearing a mask, so I always think that I'm being judged.
I always think that I'm being judged, which I know you picked up on. But let's see if we can get more from her.
But yeah, actually, this will help because this will be her next session.
Did you see that little shake of the head?
Yeah.
Back.
And then I'm embarrassed because I'm wearing a mask, so I always think that I'm being judged. But
she knows that's not it. This is where the unconscious really helps you. She says, you remember me saying, pull your hand away from something, and then we have to make meaning from it, else we think we're going mad.
Right.
When somebody gives almost a throwaway comment, I'm wearing a mask, so I think I'm being judged, and then she pulls back and she shakes her head rapidly. Watch that again.
Wearing a mask, so I always think that I'm being judged.
And she also used the gesture. That's her unconscious telling you that's not the right answer. We're into micro-expression territory now. Look at the lips. When somebody does that, they're squelching, they're pulling back what they've just said. Now, this is a whole other course, and both of you, this will be a brilliant course to market. But she's looking away, she's pressed her lips together, and she's pulled back, and she hasn't got a double chin, but she's appearing to have one because she's pulling back. Hello, Mr. Driscoll. You want to play?
Again, because it's Zoom, we don't know which way around. This is back to front or front to back. She's looking to the right, so she's creating.
It's our right, yes, so she's creating.
If that was the right way around, looking at her visually, she's looking up to the right, which is visually creating.
Yeah.
Visually remembering, sorry. Creating. Shut up, Nick. It's our right, so it's visually remembering. So she's trying to access a visual, something visual.
So isn't it to the side? So it's more what somebody said or what she said to herself?
Yeah, I think it's her visualizing seeing herself in the grocery store with the mask on.
And she's presuming what other people think of her because she's wearing a mask. But
Right.
let's listen out for the should, because it's all
Okay.
relevant. It's so easy to do, isn't it, when you can stop them in mid-sentence like this.
This is awesome. So this is exactly what was supposed to be recorded. There we go.
We could say, I'm going to do the interview, the pre-interview for the therapy session, and then you can come back tomorrow and I'll do the therapy, because then I can...
I wish you'd seen her though, because she was, when I turned her up, she was like shaking. She was like, she visibly got so into this panic attack. It was unbelievable.
Wow. And
Like I was like, you know, you're really brave. Are you good? Are you happy here? Like it was intense. So her imagination is phenomenal, which is why her anxiety is so strong.
brilliant. Let's just hear her.
Okay.
It shouldn't really bother me.
Well, shouldn't really bother me. That is the client beating themselves up. Shouldn't really bother me. Shouldn't really bother me. So she's at war with herself, which everybody that comes to hypnotherapy is. But she's saying, shouldn't really bother me. And it's sometimes the things that are said under the radar, if you like, as we've said before. She said this big thing and then she shouldn't really bother me. That's where the magic is. Let's carry on.
We can work on judging too if you want, that judgment energy. I think that's something that we could probably
I
do.
think this might help everything, because I think if everything's down, then I'm not going to be like picking on all the other things.
She's still going up to the right, isn't she? Let's just, we're just doing it as an exercise because it's
Right.
very interesting. To
Start
have.
with the seat. And
Yeah.
you guys start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I love the Leonardo da Vinci.
It's awful that she's got a fringe. People with fringes shouldn't be allowed to walk the planet because you can't see the forehead. And all the magic's in the forehead. But I can see she's raised her eyebrows.
Right.
Now she's raised her eyebrows in compliance. Does she
Right.
keep them raised, I wonder?
Well, the interesting thing is I felt her energy going down. That's why I changed the subject and noticed her poster. Right. So this was already after therapy and I felt her going back and I wanted to leave her up. Right. So
Ah, good. Yeah, well done.
that's why I kind of changed the subject. We stopped talking about that.
So this is after. Okay.
Yeah, this is after.
Or
Right?
Right.
Your brother doesn't like his penis. Mom, why do you gotta have that penis on the wall? I put a wind chime right outside the window.
Now, why do clients stroke themselves?
I don't know. I noticed she did it a lot though. Actually did notice that body language a lot. And it was possibly, I don't know, complimenting herself maybe, or I'm not sure.
Now, with ladies,
Yeah.
often it's often it's making themselves more acceptable. Oh, look at my hair. Especially in a flirting sense. Obviously, that doesn't apply here. And I haven't taught you any of this stuff. This is under the micro expressions and the body language. They're playing back the training videos. It's something that you're really interested in, which is why I'm bringing it up. At the beginning of the course, you said, oh, I'm really interested in this. So people touch themselves, and women particularly, out of not vanity, it's actually the opposite of it, because they don't think they look good enough. And that's why it's associated with the flirting, because if a lady sees a nice guy and wants some interaction at an unconscious level, she'll start making herself look more presentable in her estimation. But here, the other reason why people touch themselves, and do you know Tom Jones? He's international. Why, Delilah, you don't? Okay. Oh, he hasn't cracked Canada there, Nick. So Tom Jones, big singer here.
Might just be before our time, Jen, because he is about 95 years old by now, I think.
Yeah, it could just be my age thing.
Oh, he was meeting the Queen, getting an OBE or whatever. You know the Queen?
Oh.
Yes, I know who the Queen is, yes.
And he's kind of at the time an epitome of a very self-confident big man. And yet when they filmed him getting his OBE, he rubbed the back of his neck whilst he was waiting to shake her hand. So the other reason why people do that, it's a comforter. So if she does the preening quite a bit, and she's not trying to impress you or look good for you, it's a comforter.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think she's probably a hair person.
Yeah.
Probably gets comfort from her hair.
Right.
The worst thing that would happen to this woman is she got cancer and lost all her hair.
Right.
She's a hair woman, I think. Yeah. But just notice the preening. The
She does it often, actually, throughout the therapy.
Okay.
It's just the wind blows in here, and it's constantly just going all day. It's like, oh yes,
there we go.
Yes, sound clearing, sound healing, and that's create this bubble at your house. But energetic wise, you can take that with you.
Yeah.
They move.
That look right there. What's that look?
Beautiful, safe bubble.
Yeah. I know.
There's something right there in her tone and that look where she doesn't believe me. And she does this often. As soon as she does that look, I'm like, you're not believing. It's not going through. It's not.
Well, when you mentioned the look, it was then followed by the look
in
the shadow.
Oh, yeah. She does that often.
This is for you to pick up on and match to what she's saying. And it must be, well, it's my opinion, but it must be more frustrating, I reckon, for you, because you really want to help her and you know exactly what's going on, but she's not meeting you. The rapport is kind of jolting at this stage. Because no. Okay.
I'm super clear with my boundaries that way with them.
Didn't you just say that she's rejecting what you're saying?
No, it's not. Yeah, but that's okay. That doesn't bother me. I just know when I'm losing her, when I'm keeping her. I know when she believes me. I know when she's people pleasing me.
Does it bother her?
Does it bother her? Yes, it does, because she catches it too.
So let's back up a little bit.
Yeah, because when I call her on it, because it's her people pleasing look. And remembering this is somebody I know very, very well. So she can't pull she's very good at customer service and other people not seeing through her. Well, but I know when she's playing the people pleasing look and when she's actually feeling good or not.
Well, this is to help you.
Okay? Yeah.
This is to help you. But when you use phrases like when I call her on it, like when I catch her out, then she backs off. This is my phraseology. When you call somebody on it, they go back into kind of hiding from you, and you don't want that to happen.
Disagree. That's usually when she comes up. Just different people, though. I can see in general what you're saying.
Well, the hypnotherapy model, meet the person where they are, and make it safe enough for them to tell you the truth. And sometimes therapy happens in lots of different ways, but it may be, I know you can handle it, but it's a different tactic. Mm-hmm. Putting people under duress, you'll still get the same result. You'll get there, but it won't be as comfortable or right for them. Mm-hmm. The fact that you say, no, that doesn't bother me. I'll say, does it bother the client? Because we're all about the client.
Agreed. And I didn't call her out today because I'd already picked on her a bit. But in general, I don't allow that to go past. Like, I just ignored it today, but I can see when she's just people pleasing me.
And when she's people pleasing, you are a people too.
Right. But as a therapist, she doesn't need to please me.
Yeah, but what?
As a therapist, as a friend, she can feel free to please me. As a therapist, in this case, it's all about her. Anyways.
You know,
I don't know which one I'm talking to now. Hang on.
It's one of those things, the part of you that's running it, we just need it to run something else.
Yeah.
In fact, there's one called parts therapy we can do, if you'd like, next time. If
cool.
To where we go in and we talk to that part and why it's doing it and what is it gaining, because every time we do something, there's a reason for it. It's trying to keep us safe, or it's we get some kind of value out of it, whether we know it or not, right? So it's running a program in some way because it thinks it's in your highest good. So we have to go in and say, okay, well, could we do this maybe instead? Or do you have this new job?
Let's give her a round of applause. Yay, Nick. That's beautiful. And it's so naturally put and phrased and wonderful. And you got in, and the comply. She really wants it. Oh, yeah, she really wants it. That's wonderful.
Okay, well, I'll help you when I'm done. I don't know where you are. Sorry.
Oh, bless.
Check around Dad's area.
Skip on a little bit.
Crazy now.
Oh, lovely.
But brilliant. Oh my goodness.
Why is she displaying shame there? Oh, hang on.
Okay, so we're talking about, this is obviously between all of us. So I anchored this here. We were talking about, so she's on medication right now and she feels crazy. So she's very much feeling shameful. And then I was talking about how, yeah, you do feel a little crazy, but this is your awareness and this is how we get better. And yeah.
So this touch that she did there, and certainly a rub, if we exaggerate it, it's like the looking away. Any time that a person does that, linked to what they're saying as well, which is why I thought it was out of context, it's shame, hiding.
Okay.
That's why they're called micro expressions, because they're very quick.
Yeah.
Why would she be doing that? What was
Yeah.
the reason for her to touch her forehead in that place at that time?
Yeah.
And then we were.
So I'll just pick out a couple of things just at random and see if there's anything I can.
Yeah, because that's what I was worried about in the beginning, was that I was just going to like blanket the problem that I was having. And I felt weak because I couldn't deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I see it differently. Now I see it as more of like a kickstart. Like, just slow it down. You were too up here. Oh, nice.
Mm.
Well, what's nice?
A couple times, that's good. The more we do things, the better a habit it becomes. A habit is amazing. Plus, you're opening your third eye, so that always helps.
Right? Yeah.
The possibilities and all of the things. And we can do it in
She was really digesting what you were saying there. She likes that.
reverse. And you want to open your third eye.
Yeah, the anchor I gave her was to touch her forehead. So
So now we're turning things down, but we,
You know?
fear and love cannot coexist.
And add the cushion, and then the.
That's perfect.
She's lovely, isn't she?
Honestly, this is what's amazing about you. When you
Aw.
can catch an image like this and bring it into joy, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, like it when
doubt, doesn't
it's
believe me.
you. It's your way of.
It takes two, baby. It takes two to tango.
Yeah.
Keep it down.
Yeah. I was very impatient and mad because I couldn't fix things or make decisions right away or take that. You know what I mean?
Well,
I feel very like.
at this moment in time, we have to do a micro expressions course, don't we, guys? At that moment in time, she's disgusted with herself. I know what she's saying. Look at your face. That's lovely. Tell me more. But she is disgusted with herself. She's showing disgust.
That's really
You don't
good.
know the answer. We'll do it tomorrow.
Hello? Was that you or was that virtual, Teresa?
Is that what?
Was that live, Teresa? Did you just say something to me? Or
No.
Not? Okay.
No.
Oh, this is great.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. Like different
Who
one.
are you? Maybe I'll even go to work tomorrow.
This is brilliant.
Okay.
Go to the produce store. That's right by there. Maybe the one that I had the panic attack in.
Sure. Did you notice you didn't even change your state there? You just said it like super,
I know, right?
really holy crap, girl.
I know. Oh, I can do all these things.
Wow.
We'll wait and see.
Well, you know what? And that's the thing. You choose to. If I choose to do it today and I choose to add this all in today, great. If I choose to.
Can I just interject there that this is often, remember me saying this a few days ago, this is often what clients do when you point out how brilliant their state is and that they say matter of fact, something that used to cause them a lot of pain and whatever. And you know, that one that I had the panic attack in, and you go, oh, let me tell you, things are different now. Please acknowledge it. Quite often, you know, when people say, well, I say, put it in the place where the sun comes up in the morning, make it certain, bring certainty in it. As soon as you face them with it, they'll say to them, well, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Well, let's just wait and see, shall we? You already know it's fixed. The therapist already knows it's fixed because you can talk about it afterwards. That's the calibration. You can talk about it afterwards and it doesn't have the same markers. It doesn't have the same analog.
Oh, she was sick.
Yeah.
Even just mentioning going to work before, she was sick. She was visibly, physically sick.
But sometimes
Like, this is huge.
making them realise it's blooming worked.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Do what? Great. The point is that you can choose.
Yeah.
You have that back in your hands.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Power. Yeah.
That's an anchor as well. That's all.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, you really are. Okay, darling. I will
Okay.
think of something fun for Friday.
Okay.
Super relaxing. And yeah, that'll be good. And we'll play. And then maybe next week you can come see me in house.
Okay. I'm gonna say it.
Good job, babe. I really love you.
I love you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, baby. We'll talk to you soon.
It means the world. Like, literally.
It is an honor.
It's like, okay.
Okay. Have fun.
There's relief there as well. That's lovely. There's a lot of love there, but there's also relief. Never underestimate the power of relief. She's
Yes.
experiencing relief. She knows she's been released. So, because we didn't see the therapy, do you want to talk us through? And what?
So she had just finished work because she's working from home, and they wanted her to bring in her reports, and she was just freaking out. She's like, I don't know what I can do. Even just the thought of it, and it's making me sick. And she's like, she physically starts shaking, her hands start sweating. So right off the bat, I basically was like, okay, cool. Like that's pretty amazing. But I said, are you up to something? Do you want to try something? And she goes, yeah, I can try something. I said, okay, well, it's going to take some courage. Like, I'm going to need to push you a bit. Are you good? And the one thing I really, really got right off the bat, are you ready to let go of this? Because she's benefiting it by so much by staying home that I wasn't sure if she was actually ready to let go of it. Right? Because I said, are you sure you want to let go of it? Because, I mean, yeah, it sucks. It's anxiety, but look at all the great things you got going. Oh, no, I'm ready to get rid of this. I said, okay, well, if you're really ready, then let's do it. And then I just had her close her eyes, pictured at the control panel. I said, we're going to turn it up again. It's going to get hot in here. And I pulled her right up to 11. And I mean, like, she was shaking. And then I pulled her down, and we got her down to 3. And then at a 3, I did the new behavior. And then I asked her again what the dial was at. She goes, it's about a 1. And then I anchored it in with the forehead. And then we did future scenarios, picturing going to her boss, calling her and telling her that she needs to go there now. And what is it? And blah, blah, blah. And she got to like a 4. I was like, okay, well, do your anchors, bring yourself down, pull yourself, do the dial, picture it. So I had her picture pulling herself down again. Then we anchored it in again. And then I thought everything was good. And then I said something about, okay, and now you can even go to the store. And she started panicking again. So then I did it with the store as well. So it wasn't just work. I had to do it separately. So then we pulled the dial. And then we practiced a couple times about going to different places and the place that she had the panic attack before. And then, yeah.
When you practiced,
Right.
You practiced again, was it her turning it up and down or you?
No, as soon as she got into the situation, she was up. So her dials went up immediately, but they never went past a 6. And she was able to pull herself down really fast. Like, she was able to physically pull herself down.
So your direction was to tell her to pull it down?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So to begin with, we do it for the client.
No.
So to begin with, we do it for the client. We turn it up. Yeah, at the
Right.
very beginning, we turn it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And
then I turned her down.
Yeah. So we do it to begin with, and then we pass it to them, the mechanism for them to do it. Then they experiment with it with a future paced thing.
Yeah.
What stage did you do?